see this? I just clogged Lanny trying to cut her tattoos out with it. Her happy little trip has gone sour, you miserable bitch.
They want the stuff, they take the risks.
Oh, it was partly my fault, but I saw the description.
It's all right, Zara, you weren't to know, but this animal supplies the stuff and then she couldn't care less.
Get 'em back into line, Smith.
I beg your pardon.
Get the women into line.
Yeah, sure. Okay, ladies, let's line up. Right.
So, Smith's back as top dog, eh? How did that happen?
I had some supplies coming in to be a different story.
Yeah, well, you want an unlimited supply of drugs, and I want to get rid of Smith. Permanently. I think we can come to some arrangement.
I'll think about it.
You do that, Mackenzie. Well, Mackenzie, are you in or not?
Depends. If we're going to fix Smith, I want to make bloody sure she stays fixed. I mean, what are we going to tell the screws if she ends up looking like a piece of raw meat?
Oh, believe me, she won't have a mark on her. Not physically. When we're through with Smith, she's going to spend the rest of her life in hospital. You see, I've found a chink in her armour. Trust me.
Trust you? You're out of your head.
Oh, not me, Mackenzie. But you're on the right track. Now, are you with me or not?
Why not? I've got nothing to lose, have I?
How right you are.
There you go. See, you're okay now. What you need is some sleep.
Yeah, I feel buggered.
Look, I'm going to have to go. Now, you just lie down and close your
Oh, no,
eyes.
please, Bea. What'll I do if it starts again? Please, stay with me for a while.
Didn't you hear the bell, Smith?
Sure, but...
And get to your cell right now.
You know, you missed your calling, Miss Ferguson. You sound exactly like a sergeant major.
Watch it, Smith.
I'll save your breath. I'm going.
No, please, Bea. I don't want to be on my own. It'll come back in the dark. I know it will.
What's she moaning about?
The kid is having a bad trip.
Trip?
Yes, trip. Acid. LSD. Someone managed to get it past the screws, but I don't suppose you know anything about that, Miss Ferguson.
Get out, Smith.
Just hang in there, kid. You're going to be all right.
Oh, no, don't shut me in, Miss Ferguson, please.
You should have been gone hours ago.
Yes, I know. But I've got to get through this lot. If I'm going to do the job, I might as well do it properly, even if it is only temporary.
Yes. I'd like to give Joan the chance to complain to Mr. Douglas that you weren't on the ball.
Exactly. But she'll have a damn long wait.
Unless, of course, she gets the job.
Oh, well, if that's the case, I'd say there'd be a mass exodus of staff, and I'll be heading the line.
Oh, well, we'll know after tomorrow.
Isn't that another piece of stupidity? Sending the three of us away from Wentworth within the hour. God, for 2 pence I wouldn't go. Not sure I want the rotten job anyway.
Well, quite frankly, I don't care about being governor. But I'm not going to give up and let Joan Ferguson take over. Not if there's a chance of stopping her.
Wasn't it a surprise to meet her father? Well, I don't know what I expected, but I suppose it was an older version of Joan.
Yeah, it's hard to believe they're related, isn't it?
You know what they say. You can choose your friends, but not your relatives.
Oh, poor kid. He's having a real bad trip.
Bloody Nola.
She should be strung up and horsewhipped.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Lizzie.
Well, come of it, Maxine. She didn't put a gun to your head and force you to get stoned.
No, but
Oh, listen to her, will you? And this could go on for 24 hours.
if she's lucky, could last for a couple of days.
Couple of days? Poor kid. Hope she doesn't hurt herself, babe. No, I think she'll be all right, love. I calmed her down. I think she's over the worst of it.
Well, I wouldn't count on it. See, on acid, you can have real calm moments, but, well, you got no way of knowing when it's going to hit you again. She could go off her skull at any time.
Oh, charming. That's all we need.
Dobson, what's wrong? Oh, my God. Here, Laney. Laney, it's all right. It's all right. It's Mrs. Morris. You've taken something, haven't you? Come on. Sit down here. Now, you tell me what it was. It's all right. It's all right.
What's going on? Do you need a hand?
Yes, I think you should get Mrs. Powell. Dobson needs help.
There's nothing she can do. Or you, for that matter. When they've taken LSD, you've just got to wait for them to come down.
What makes you so sure it's LSD?
Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? I've been in this job long enough to know an acid head when I see one. She'll come out of it in her own time, providing she hasn't taken anything else.
Laney, have you taken anything else? Any pills? I still think you should get Mrs. Powell.
Whatever you say. I think we're all wasting our time.
It's all right, it's all right. I'll stay with you.
Thought you should see this.
Yeah, good. Is she coherent? I'll need to question it.
No, I'm afraid not. I've already tried, but it's hopeless.
And she did tell Mrs. Morris she took LSD.
Yes, that's right. Now, I want to know how it got in here.
Well, it shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, it's usually impregnated in blotting paper or cardboard.
Oh, yeah, that's an old trick. In Queensland, some of the women used to get their supply of acid by using sections of the local paper.
Well, there's a hell of a lot of paper that passes through here, Dave.
Yeah, I'm sure there is, Mrs. Morris, but if you use your head and think about it, I'm sure it shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, who have you had in here recently? And I mean a visitor who turned out to be a villain.
Yeah, the phony reverend.
John Patrick Forbes, exactly.
Who handed out scripture cards at the Bible classes.
Well, there's your LSD, Mrs. Powell. All we have to do is find it.
Well, Lizzie was collecting them. They were in her cell earlier.
Well, that's where we start.
What about Dobson?
Oh, well, I suppose you better put her in the hospital for a while.
Meg?
Yes, I'll look after her.
Okay, let's see what Birdsworth's up to.
Bugger. I can hear somebody talking, but I can't hear what they're saying.
Well, I wish they'd turn the bloody lights out so I can get some sleep.
Oh, now, come off it. It's probably Laney out there who's in trouble.
Oh, B, I never thought of that.
Shh. I can hear footsteps.
Well, well, what do you know? A midnight surprise party. With fellas and all.
Smith? I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, how's Laney?
Well, how do you know it's about Dobson, eh?
Oh, come on. Nothing happens around here I don't know about, Inspector.
Still playing a top dog. Well, tell me this. How come you let Dobson trip off on acid? I didn't think you were into drugs.
LSD. Now, I wonder where she could have got that.
Well, that's what I want to find out. Birdsworth. Mrs. Powell tells me you got a nice collection of scripture cards. I'd like to have a look at those, if you don't mind.
Gore! Depriving an old lady of a spiritual comfort.
Yeah, and after Mackenzie had gone to all the trouble of getting the Reverend to come in here and give us Bible classes, too.
Nobody wanted their holy picture, so I took 'em. Except for that mean bugger Nola. She wanted to hang on to hers. Otherwise, I'd have had the full set.
Yeah, well, perhaps I'd better have a chat to this Mackenzie. Meanwhile, I want a cell searched. We'll find out what's so special about this card. Mrs. Powell, you fix that?
Of course. Miss Ferguson, when Mrs. Morris has finished with Dobson, I want you both to conduct a search of Mackenzie's cell.
As you wish, Governor. I suggest you lot get some sleep. This'll be no excuse for slacking off tomorrow.
The thought never crossed our minds.